Hello everybody. Today I am making a basket with a bamboo bottom using ribbon yarn. I got both the bamboo bottom and the yarn from Hobbii. This particular one is a 15 centimeter bottom. The yarn color I'm not sure about. I got it in a package of Lucky yarn, so I happen to be lucky I liked the colors, but I do not know which number it is. The first time I ever made a basket with this, I honestly couldn't find any good tips as to how to start getting the yarn into the basket. I tried using just a smaller hook and doing the whole first round that way, but I found the best way is to use a smaller hook or even a knitting needle and just kind of poke the yarn through and then pull it up with my fingers and use the hook. It takes a little while, but it's probably the most efficient way I've used. So as I pull the yarn up through, I'm just doing a round of single crochets to do a foundation chain that I can then work the rest of my stitches in. The framing is not necessarily great here. I'm really sorry about that. It's not exactly natural to hold this underneath the camera. So I'm hoping you can kind of see what I'm doing in there to make my round of single crochets. So now we're just going to keep on pushing our ribbon yarn up through the holes and making a single crochet foundation chain around. Now, as we get around back to where we started, we're going to end the round with just a slip stitch to connect the round, and then a chain one to go up and get onto the next round. And now you have a foundational chain onto your bamboo basket bottom. From there, all you're going to be doing is a round of single crochets, slip stitch to connect them, and then keep going until your basket is as tall as you want. Alright, so we've gone ahead and skipped up a few of those rows, and here is where we're getting to where I am going to add handles on this basket. The size of your handles can vary based on the size of your basket, but for this particular basket, what I have done is when I come to where I want the handle, I am doing a chain of about 5 stitches, and then I will skip 3 or 4 stitches and then reconnect my chain. Whenever you do the handle, you always want to make a couple of extra stitches in your chain than the number of stitches you are skipping. So if you're skipping 5 stitches, make your chain either 6 or 7 stitches, depending on how big you want your handle. It looks like I actually skipped about 5 stitches here, so my handle was probably 6 or 7 stitches. It's been a little while since I've made it. Once you've skipped those stitches, you go ahead and you just continue on around the edge of your basket until you get to where you want another handle, and you repeat the same procedure. Chain 6 or 7 stitches, skip 5 stitches, and continue on with the round. Then, when you are going on to your next round, you will single crochet over each stitch in your handle to give it a little bit more form, as though it was nothing different than any other part of the basket. Finishing this basket is not going to take any special stitches. I'm simply going to come to the end of a round, cut my ribbon yarn, and weave the end back into the basket. You can add any sort of a special border if you'd like, but you don't want anything that is going to become obtrusive to whatever you choose to use your basket for. So if you have some sort of a frilly edge and you're going to have yarn in here later, it may become caught on your yarn in future projects. Keeping it simple can have your basket look a little simple, but it can also make it a lot more useful. So here is a 10 centimeter bottom from Hobbii, just to show that casting on process one more time. So I am going to speed up the process a little bit as I go through it this time, since we have already gone through it once. But it is the same basic idea with just a slightly better camera angle, where you will poke your ribbon yarn up through the holes already provided on your bamboo bottom, pick it up with your fingers, and then do a single crochet to create a foundation chain into your bamboo basket bottom. And once again, once you get around to that last stitch, you are going to slip stitch your foundation chain and continue on building up your basket using single crochets. Now, as soon as you finish your basket, you can decide what to do with it. Smaller baskets are about the size of a pencil can or a crochet hook cozy, or can also hold treats. Larger baskets are perfect for projects or yarn storage, and as you get a little better at making them, you can have fun with colors and add little details to give them a little more personality and have them fit whatever your home decor is.